Toronto. And I will tell you that by far this has been one of the most emotional, most discussed issues that since I've announced that I was running for mayor, that has come to me over and over again. And it deals with the syringes and the needles that are in and around the areas. And, you know, first and foremost, it's about compassion. Anyone that has, you know, a substance use issue, it defines our city, looking after our most vulnerable people. The discussion is about how. The discussion is about listening to all voices. And when I was out going to businesses and residential areas and talking to people, this issue was pushed towards me. I didn't even have to open the doors to have it. And the concerns really has been over, well, a lot of things when we talk about disorder and crime, the increasement of that happening. But when it comes to the syringes, full discussion. Today, I was dealing with people that live within the residence, a zero tolerance to these syringes that are out there in the public domain, and making sure that we do everything we can to have the compassion, but also to make sure that we have a responsibility for quality of life in these particular neighborhoods. Before the supervised injection sites, this was not a discussion in this area, and not a discussion with this intensity. You know, when we look at these naloxone kits, for example, people in this area keep this at their front door, not a baseball glove, not a basketball, this, in case a family member winds up, you know, getting a needle puncture. People finding the needles in their backyards, playgrounds, places like that. They actually have this at their front door from the people that I'm talking to. And you start going, well, this is not Toronto. And this didn't happen overnight. This has happened over years. It is a pent-up, very emotional discussion that I'm having. And the reason why the emotion is there is because they feel like they have not been listened to. And that is key and critical. Nobody, including me, I support harm reduction. I believe in it, because when we talk about the types of drugs out there, we're talking granular now. And we're talking granular that can kill people. By having these sites, we know we're reducing quality of life. We know that we're saving lives. But at the same token, on the other end, funding into treatment, funding into recovery is also critical. But most critical, there are people that live here. There are kids that go to school here. And by not doing anything on their behalf is really a disservice.